Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of the building materials, and we'll be dealing with 50 questions in this particular part also, and we'll be doing from 51 to 100. So let's see question 51. So gypsum is we see here options are mechanically formed sedimentary rock, igneous rock, chemically precipitated sedimentary rock, and metamorphic rock. So we know that sedimentary rocks are also called aqueous or stratified rocks, right? And these rocks are well stratified and so well defined bedding planes as well, right? And there are three kinds of sedimentary rocks that are chemical from the chemical deposits and from the remains of plants and animals, and the third one is from the deterioration of magmatic rocks. So they are from the chemical deposits. They are gypsum, anhydrites, and magnesite, etc. So our answer is gypsum is chemically precipitated sedimentary rock, right? Seasoning of timber is done. So here to remove the excess of water, right? So to remove water. Which of the following is a rock? So in these quartz, mica, and gypsum, if you see, it is known as monomineral rock if it contains only one mineral, and it is known as polymineralic rock if it contains several minerals. So quartz, sand, chemically pure gypsum, magnesite, etc. are monomineralic rock, and basalt, granite, etc. are some examples of polymineralic rock. So you need to remember what is quartz, sand, gypsum, and magnesite are monomineralic rock, and there is a question involving these as well. So the answer for this particular question is gypsum. The tendency of stone is to split along. So cleavage is the measure of capability of some minerals to split along certain planes parallel to the crystal face, right? So what you need to remember is silica does not show good cleavage. So this is also one of the objective question. So answer is cleavage. Which of the following stone is best suited for construction of piers and abutments of a railway bridge? So answer is, so granite is used in bridge piers. You can see bridge piers and abutments. So answer is granite. Cast iron contains carbon approximately. If you see here, cast iron contains carbon about 1.5 to 5.5%. So what can be our answer? The first one, right? So let's see. And steel contains about 0.05 to 1.75, and wrought iron contains about 0.25%. So what you need to remember in this particular topic is cast iron has high compressive strength around 600 MPa and tensile strength low, right, 150 MPa. Since it has high compressive strength, these cast iron are used as compressive members like in columns and struts. So the color of cast iron is both gray and white. We have gray cast iron also, and we have white cast iron also, right? And cast iron is manufactured in cupola furnace, purifying pig iron, and manufactured in different required shapes. And another point, important point is, for melting 1 ton of cast iron, the requirement of material is 700 meter cube of air, 20 kg of limestone, and 100 kg of coke. Another, the cast iron cannot be magnetized. These all are important points, and these are directly asked in objective question. You need to remember all these things. The cast iron, when heated to reheated with powdered red hematite in an oven for increasing its toughness, is converted to mottled cast iron. So this is also important. And cast iron oxidizes less. In cast iron, there is a presence of free graphite in its composition, and in the mild steel, there is not a presence of free graphite in its composition. There are no free graphite in mild steel, but there is presence of free graphite in cast iron. So the first one is for the cast iron, the second option is for the mild steel, and third is for wrought iron. Which of the following trees yields hardwood? So if you see here, deodar, cheer, pine are conifers and they yield softwood, whereas sesame is a deciduous and they yield hardwood. So our answer will be sesame. Soundness of cement is tested by, so if you see here, soundness of cement may be tested by Le Chatelier or by autoclave method, right? So our answer, what you need to remember in this method is Le Chatelier method gives unsoundness due to free lime only. So our answer is Le Chatelier apparatus. First class timber has an average life of, so if you see here IS 3629, you will find natural durable hardwood timber having average life of 120 months or over. So 120 months is 10 years, right? So more than 10 years is first class. So more than 10 years first class. Bitumen may be dissolved in carbon dioxide, water, sodium chloride, carbon disulfide. So if you see here, bitumen, it completely dissolves in carbon bisulfide, right? And another thing you need to remember is bitumen implies a group of hydrocarbons often mixed with some organic matter. And another important point is it is known as petroleum in the fluid state. So petroleum in the fluid state, mineral tar in the semi-fluid state, and asphalt in the solid state. This is important. This is very much important. This is directly asked in your objective exam. So another thing, another question, maybe it can be asked in this form also. Bitumen completely dissolves in, so carbon disulfide, chloroform, benzol, coal tar, all of the above. So if you see here, bitumen dissolves in carbon disulfide, chloroform, benzene, and very little in gasoline. So our answer will be all of this in this particular case, option 5, right? Bitumen may be dissolved in carbon disulfide. Next, so this is the question, and which of the following ingredients of the brick earth enables the brick to retain its shape? So our answer will be what? Silica. It enables the brick to retain its shape. So our answer will be silica. Veneering means, so what is veneering? Veneering is, let's see, from the book of Agor. Veneering means, so thin layer of superior wood glued to inferior wood. But if you see option number C, this particular old version of Agor book had given the answer as option number C, but the new version of the Agor is updated, and the answer is given as option number D, thin layer of superior wood glued to inferior wood. So you can see here, thin sheets or slices of wood of superior quality, and the process of veneering a sheet of veneers is known as veneering. So answer is thin layer of superior wood glued to inferior wood. Next question, number of bricks required for 1 cubic meter of brick masonry is, let's see, this in the book of Khurmi. If you see in the book of Khurmi, the number of bricks required for 1 cubic meter of brick masonry are 550, and in the particular objective part also it is written as option D, 550. But if you see in the book of Agor, the answer is 500. So normally we take the answer as 100. Which one of the following is used for preparing porcelain? Clay, feldspar, quartz, and all of these. If you see here, it is porcelain is prepared from clay, feldspar, quartz, and minerals, right? So answer should be all of the above. Also, another question, important question is, porcelain is used as sanitary wares, electrical insulators, storage vessels, reactor chambers, all of the above. If you see here, so if you see here, for various uses such as sanitary waste, electrical insulators, storage vessels, reactor chambers, crucibles, so our answer will be all of the above, right? And here, which of the following is used for preparing porcelain is all of these, right? So sometimes you will find the question without the option number E, all of the above. So in this case, you will tick this in that case. If the option E is not given, tick reactor chambers. And further, for preparing porcelain, the clay should be, if you see here, clay of sufficient purity and possessing high degree of tenacity and plasticity is used in preparing porcelain. So our answer will be option number D. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The low voltage porcelain is prepared by wet process. The high voltage porcelain is prepared by dry process. Low voltage porcelain is prepared by dry process. So if you see here, porcelain has two types, right? Low voltage and high voltage porcelain. Low voltage porcelain is prepared by dry process. So the correct is low voltage dry process. Next, the low voltage porcelain is mainly used for switch block, insulating tubes, lamp sockets, right? So our answer will be all of these. So in this particular question, the answer is clay, feldspar, quartz, all of these. The main ingredient of Portland cement are, if you see here, important ingredient is lime, important ingredient is silica. So lime and silica. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Blistering may be cured by applying water paint finished with whale paint dried with a little copal varnish. Crack paints may be cured by removing paint and giving a fresh coat of paint. Crawling paints may be cured by sand, preparing the surface and giving a fresh coat with plenty of turf, and all of the above. So if you see here, blistering, it is cured by applying water paint finished with oil paint mixed with the little copal varnish. And in the case of crawling paint, if you can see, it is cured by sand, preparing the surface and giving a fresh coat with plenty of turf. And in the case of crack paints, it is cured by removing paint and giving a fresh coat of paint. So our answer will be all of the above. After storage, the strength of cement decreases, increases, remains the same, may increase or decrease. So if you see here in the table, storage time is written in the first column and strength percentage is in the second column. So in the first, if you consider 100% strength, and after the 3 months it will be 80% and 70%, 60 and 50% in 2 years or 24 months. So cement bag stored, so related to this particular question, another question is here. A cement bag stored for 24 months is likely to result in what? Loss of strength by 50%, right? Loss of strength by 50%. Next, so the strength of cement decreases after storage. A bull nose brick is not used for, it is not used for what? Arches. The most common admixture which is used to accelerate the initial set of concrete is, so remember, gypsum is retarder and its chemical formula is CaSO4.2H2O. Retarders increase the setting time. Calcium chloride is most used accelerator, CaCl2, and accelerator accelerates the initial set. But if CaCl2 is more than 2%, it acts as a retarder. And also for the triethanolamine, if it exceeds 0.06%, it acts as retarder. So our answer is calcium chloride in this case. Chloride or green color mineral is mainly derived from the decomposition of, so if you see in the azide, it changes to chloride by hydration. If you see in the chloride, it is mainly derived from the decomposition of azide, biotite and hornblende. All these three, right? Chloride is formed by the decomposition of azide, biotite and hornblende. If you see in the hornblende, it changes to chloride when exposed to weather. And if you see in the biotite, it changes to chloride as well. So our answer will be all of these. But in the previous version of this Agor book, the answer was given as option number A, right? But newer version has updated the answer and changed it to option number D, all of these. But these online sites are yet to change their answer, so don't get confused. So the answer is all of these. Pick up the correct statement from the following, right? Hornblende material is brittle. Muscovite is also known as white mica, and potash mica. Biotite is also known as black mica. All of these. So our answer will be all of these. Here if you see, muscovite is a white mica, biotite is a black mica. So our answer is all of these. The question is, the ultimate tensile strength of structure of milestone is 420 Newton per mm square. Asbestos is a natural fibrous mineral substance. It's composed of hydrous silicates of calcium and magnesium, and contains iron oxide and alumina, all of these. So if you see here, asbestos is naturally occurring fibrous mineral substance. It is composed of hydrous silicates of calcium and magnesium, and it also contains small amount of iron oxide and alumina. So you need to remember this particular chemical formula as well. CaSiO3 dot 3 and 3 MgSiO3. So answer is all of the above. So related to this asbestos question, the question is, asbestos is corrugated sheet used for roofing, an incombustible fireproof material, an organic substance, or bad insulator found in it. So answer will be all of the above. Another question, a queen closure is so basically queen closure is what? Half the width, right, and full length. So our answer is brick having the same length and depth as the other brick but half the breadth, right? The percentage of alumina in silica in good fire clay vary respectively 25-75, 30-70, 35-65, all of these. So if you see in the fire clays, the percentage of alumina varies from 25 to 35, right? So if you see at 25 to 35, so this is 25, sorry, this is 25 and this is 35, so all these, right? And again if you see here, silica from 75 to 65, so 65 to 75, right? So but if you see in the Agor book, you will find the answer as A, 25-75, and if you see in the sites, it is also written as 25 and 75, option number A. So you need to decide what you are going to tick. But since the questions maker are dependable in the books, so I think the answer the objective books, so I think you better tick this 25-75. Next, the fire clay contains pure hydrated alumina silicate. The fire clay contains what? Pure hydrated aluminum silicate. This is also an important question. The proportion of lime and sand in the mortar normally used in brick mortar are, so normally used is 1:2, right? We see here 1:2. The index number expressing the relative sizes of both coarse and fine aggregate is called, it is known as what? Fineness modulus, right? Index of its coarseness and fineness. If you see in the fineness modulus of the sand, they are categorized into three categories, and the first one is fine 2.2 to 2.6, medium 2.6 to 2.9, and coarse 2.9 to 3.2. These are important. And another thing is the sand having a fineness modulus more than 3.2 will be unsuitable for making satisfactory concrete is also important. Next, so answer is fineness modulus. Question: which of the following sedimentary rocks changes its quartzite by metamorphic action? The answer is here sandstone to quartzite, right? So answer is sandstone. Lime putty is made from hydric lime, is made by adding lime to water, can be used only up to 3 days. All of the above. So our answer here is all of the above. So here is another question: lime putty is made from hydric lime, is made by adding lime to water, can be used only up to 3 days, may be obtained from drying lime water mixed passing through IS sim number 300. So the answer is all of the above. This is the question from R. Agor. The stone suitable for rubble masonry should be hard, right? Heavier varieties of stones are more compact, less porous, and have greater specific gravities. For construction in water like weeds, barrages, dams, docks, harbors, and for retaining walls, the heavier varieties of stones are to be prepared. And for construction of domes and for roof covering and similar other uses, the lighter varieties have to be used. Light stones for arches, and hard stones are for rubble masonry. Soft stones are for guard. So answer is in this particular question hard. Let's discuss about some important questions. Stones used for ornamental work must be soft, right? Because we need to work in these stones. Stones used for rubble masonry should be hard, must be hard. Stones used for construction of retaining walls should be heavy. And in stone masonry, stone stratified rocks are so placed that the direction of pressure to the bedding plane of bedding is right angle. And in stone masonry, if stones are so placed that their layers are parallel to the direction of load, they split easily, are affected by moisture. So answer is both A and B. In arches, stratified stones are placed so that their planes are radial, right? Let's go to the next question. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Air bubbles in casting produce a dull sound by tapping their surfaces lightly with a hammer. Cupola furnace is used for the manufacture of cast iron. Red shot iron is of no value for welding purpose, and all of the above. We see here the remelting is done. Cast iron is manufactured by remelting pig iron, and this remelting is done in the furnace known as cupola furnace. So C cupola cast iron. And if you see here, it is red shot iron is useless for welding purpose. And we see here in the examination of castings, air bubbles or flaws filled in are a common and dangerous source of weakness. They will cause a dull sound by tapping their surface lightly with a hammer, but a good casting will ring sound when struck. So answer will be all of the above. Spurling hammer is used for rough tracing of stones. This is the spurling hammer, and answer is rough tracing of stones. Bulletproof glass is made of thick glass sheet sandwiched by a layer. So if you see here, this is a question from R. Agor. So the answer is this glass is made from at least 4 layers of 1.5 cm to 5 cm thick glass sheets, between which are sandwiched alternate layers of high test plastic. So answer will be high test plastic. Plywood is made by bonding together thin layers of wood in such a way that the angle between grains of any layers to grains of adjacent layer is 3 or more veneers are placed one above the other with the direction of grains of successive layers at right angles to each other, right? So answer is 90-degree right angle. So other questions related to these are: for the manufacture of plywood, veneers are placed so that the grains of adjacent veneers run at right angles, right? The most valuable timber may be obtained from teak. Next, according to IS 399/1963, the weight of timber is specified at. So if you see here, this is the question from Agor. So if you see here, average weight and range of weight at 12% moisture content. These are given at 12%. So our answer will be 12%. And what you need to remember is the unit weight of sal is 800 kg per meter cube. So answer is 12%. The internal size of mold used in brick preparation is slightly greater than the size of a fully burnt brick. So if you see here, molds are made for a little larger, each away about 1/10 of the dimension of the bricks to be molded to allow for shrinkage of bricks in drying and burning, right? So remember, generally wooden molds are made from sesame. You need to remember this because this is a direct objective question. So answer is greater. Pick up the correct statement from the following. The free quartz suddenly expands at a temperature lower than 600 degrees Celsius. The limestone resists fire up to about 800 degrees Celsius at higher temperature, it splits into CaO and CO2. The sandstone with silicate resists fire in a better way. All of the above. The answer is all of the above, right? Free quartz suddenly expanded at temperature lower than 600 degrees Celsius. Limestone resists fire up to 800 degrees Celsius and it splits into CaO and CO2. And sandstone with silicates as binding material can resist fire in a better way. So answer is all of the above. Quicklime is CaO, right? Calcium oxide, and it is the resulting lime as left immediately after the calcination of a comparatively pure limestone. So this is another question related to calcium CaO. Formula for quicklime is, so in the older version of Book of Agur, answer was given as this, right? Previous version, but it has been updated and changed to none of these in the newer version. So our answer will be none of these. Meanwhile, answer to these websites are yet to be changed. So the previous answer is given in the websites. Pick up the correct statement from the following. Styrene resin is produced from ethylene, which is made from petroleum. Styrene resin is light in weight. Styrene resin transmits ultraviolet waves of light, all of the above. If you see here, styrene resin is produced from ethylene, which is made from petroleum, and it is light in weight and transmits ultraviolet waves of light, right? So our answer is all of the above. The initial setting time for ordinary Portland cement as per IS specification should not be less than what? You can see here 30 minutes. Final is 10 hours. So our answer is 30 minutes. A rapid hardening cement attains early strength due to what? You can see here the high strength of rapid hardening cement is due to finer grinding, right? Burning at a higher temperature and increased lime content at its composition. So our answer will be larger proportion of lime grounded finer than normal cement. With the increase in moisture content, the bulking of sand first increases to a certain maximum value and then decreases, right? So we see here in the figure, the first increases up to a certain value and then decreases for all kind of sands. So we see here it increases with moisture content up to a certain point, reaches maximum, the film of the water on the sand breaks, and then it starts decreasing. So our answer will be first increase and then decreases. Plywood is normally available in 3 to 4 mm thick. Compared to mild steels, cast iron has high compressive strength and low tensile strength, 610, 150 ampere, right? So answer will be 1 and 4. 1 and 4. So answer is 1 and 4. This one. In mortar, the binding material is, if you see here, lime or cement is the binding material in the mixture of mortar, concrete, etc. So our answer will be cement, right? Next, the vehicle used in case of enamel paint is, so in the case of enamel paint, the vehicle is used varnish. This is also important question. In the method of condensation polymerization, low molecular substances are removed from the high molecular substance. The reaction proceeds with an evolution of ammonia. The reaction proceeds with an evolution of hydrogen chloride, and all of the above. If you see here with the condensation polymerization, in this method, low molecular substances are removed from the high molecular substances formed from a large number of identical or different molecules. The reaction proceeds with an evolution of ammonia, hydrogen ammonia also, and hydrogen chloride also, right? And similar other low molecular substances. So answer is all of the above. The slenderness ratio for masonry walls should not be more than. So if you see here in this book from the building construction, you can see 20, 27 and 30 etc for the depending upon the number of storage and thickness of wall, right? And what the motor what is the binding material in the motor. Also if you see in IS 1905, it is given that for the, this is given for the load bearing wall 27, 20 and 13. And in the case of the website, it is given as B20. If you see in the textbook.com, the slenderness ratio for masonry walls should not be more than, so the answer is given as 30, and the maximum force principal slenderness ratio for masonry walls is 30 in this case also. So in textbooks, it is given, textbook.com, it is given as 30. So it is written in explanation that for load bearing walls, the maximum permissible slenderness ratio is 27 and non-load bearing it is 30. So if you see also in the YouTube channel named Civil Infinity, the tutor has written the maintain the table as following: masonry wall not greater than 30 for the up to 2 story, and also for the greater than 2 story not greater than 30. and similarly it is given. So it is up to you, you decide what you will take. Basically, if it comes to me, since there are there is 20 answer in various places, and I think maximum teachers will follow the maximum percentage of this kind of websites. So I think the answer is 20 in the case of the exam. So it is up to you, you decide what you want to take. Sandstone is sandstone is what? Sedimentary rock, right? So which of the following represents a metamorphic rock? Slate, shale and quartzite. Shale is sedimentary rock, slate and quartzite are metamorphic rock, right? So 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is metamorphic rock. So mudstone, slate, and sandstone, quartzite, right? Or shale is goes to slate as well. So our answer will be 1 and 3. For the manufacture of Portland cement, the proportion of raw materials used are 63% lime, silica 22%, and other ingredient 15%. If you see here, 60 to 65 lime, 17 to 25 silica, and others 15%, right? So our answer will be the first one. So that's all. Thank you for watching.